Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. And it is a globe, it is not a flat earth. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barrett in Seattle, and that lady down there with the lustrous hair is Jennifer Falah-Doring in Hayden, Idaho. Jen, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
It was great. We did all our Christmas shopping this weekend.
Good. Well, good. I'm glad you got a lot of that stuff done. I was telling you earlier, I was like, not feeling great. Guys, I learned another lesson that I keep having to relearn. Do not drink Dr. Pepper. I drank some Saturday morning, and I was just nauseous and sick the whole rest of the weekend. It's still with me a little bit, but it was just awful. And there's just something about my body just doesn't like it anymore. So I have to face that reality. And please, God, don't let it feel that way about here. Please, what happens to a man without a gallbladder, I guess. So, all right. Well, Jen, I think the main thing that I kind of want to start with today is sort of, guess what? Another confirmation of Gentel, what you told us. We're going to call it Gentel now. I think I like that idea. It turns out that, a couple weeks ago, we saw some video from Nancy Drew and in Washington, D.C., and it showed like a school bus and some vans and a police escort taking bunch of people out of the Capitol and taking them somewhere else in Washington, D.C. And your reading at the time was, that's people being taken away for tribunals. That's people being taken to another location to be tried under, I guess, these military tribunals. Well, guess what? Apparently, first of all, let's go to Nancy Drew. Let's go look at Nancy Drew's Telegram site. And she continues to see these things on a regular basis. Here's a shot of her Telegram. There's, again, black vans, police vans, unmarked vehicles of all types coming in and out of the Capitol, the White House, and various other buildings. She says same black vans from yesterday, now entering the 15th Street gate with some unmarked friends. And they're being taken to these abandoned buildings where there's almost nobody there. She sees one or two people in the windows. I could click on these pictures, but if I do, I think we lose the screen share, so it's not going to work. They look like there's wires hanging from the ceilings. There's work, there's all kinds of scaffolding and stuff out front. There's fake people in the window. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this close up if I click on it, but again, it's pretty bizarre. And it's all kind of indicating this is the Wilbur Wright office buildings. The building has been fenced in and abandoned looking for forever now. I mean, forever. They recently finished major digging on the corner on the left. They were also doing some work on the roof for a while. You can look in the windows and see the disarray. For the first time ever, I saw a single human in the window. That's quite a bit of steam coming out of the building. I wonder why none of the other buildings in the area aren't. And so a lot of this kind of stuff has been going on in Washington, D.C. Well, and by the way, I wanted to go to mine, guys. Just so you know, this tweet is a joke. Okay, it's there's a Donald Trump tweet generator that you can get, and so I just put it up as kind of a joke. And too many of you are taking it seriously. You should have known from the fact that he might make me Lord Commander of his new Space Force. Lord Commander is Jon Snow's title. He was Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, which controlled the ice wall. That's Phil Godlewski's ice wall. You should have kind of known that it was a joke from that. But guys, just please don't take it seriously. I do joke around. I do have some fun. But the interesting thing here, Jen, was that I got a tip last night from a fan of the show, a listener, somebody who I've had a beer with. And that person told me that they are a member of Phil Godlewski's ninja level membership thing that he's got going on his website and all that stuff. And that in his Intel question and answer segment that he did with them last night, that he confirmed that he's been talking to Nancy Drew and that his information was that all these comings and goings with these vans are people being taken away for tribunals. So he absolutely confirmed your Gentel from 2 weeks ago. And I just wanted to get your thoughts, feelings, ideas on that. So we have from a second source, an on-the-ground source, that this is what's going on, what you told us 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, what we got originally was that was transport, when we looked at the bus, that was transport to and from trial. And that after that, we got that, the helicopters have been doing that as well. So
Okay.
I don't know if the helicopters are flying people to a certain place and they're getting in the buses or how that's all transpiring. But it's really good to hear that, somebody who has feet on the ground and is talking to somebody who has inside contacts, that all matches up with what I got from the Angels. And so more confirmation. That's great.
Yeah, it is. It's always important to have confirmation. By the way, your hair is very popular today.
Thank you.
Extra beautiful today. And so, again, this is a big week, right? Simon Parks and others have said Biden will be gone on or by December 15th. That's what, Wednesday. That he will resign or will be removed. Jen's checking. Jen, tell.
No, he told me something before I came on the show, and it just lined up with that. But
okay, so why don't you share that?
Well, because I got a deadline coming up for the 17th, right? So I'm getting a little nervous.
Right, and then Friday the 17th is when you expect some sort of NESARA announcement.
Right.
In public.
So I was talking to
right?
Gabriel before the show, and I'm like, no, okay. Getting close now. Are we still good on that date? And he's just like folding his arms and smiling at me and just nods. Like, Jennifer, you're supposed to be trusting. And I'm like, okay. And then I said, are we going to see anything that's going to, give us some kind of confirmation of that coming? And he said, midweek, we would see some confirmation of that. So, and you said Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday is the 15th. That's the day Simon Parks and others have said they expect Biden to be gone by then, to be removed.
Interesting.
In some way, shape, or form. Either resigns or he's removed or something along those lines. So it is interesting that the Gentile lines up with the intel.
And I heard something that doesn't make any sense to me, so I wasn't going to mention it, but I'll just spit it out. Okay. When he told me that, he said register. So I'm like, and I was thinking register. I just did all this Christmas shopping. I'm thinking, so we're going to see it at the register or, register.
Yeah,
I mean, what does that mean? Register. But then I had to come in here and I couldn't get it.
Okay, well, it doesn't mean a lot to me. The register, I mean, I guess there's a national register that could be documents, that could be laws. I don't
We'll just keep it in the back of your mind. We'll see if anything transpires. I mean, it could be nothing.
Yeah, it could be nothing. The other thing, too, is that I don't see how they can announce NESARA without Biden being out, because they don't want Biden to get any credit for it, since his side has fought tooth and nail against it ever happening and done everything they can. So it makes sense this is all lining up this week. However, there's a lot at stake, a lot on the line. But I just wanted to remind everybody that regardless of what might happen on Wednesday, and whether it's another thing where, we thought it was going to be this, but it's actually this, or maybe there's just a report that Biden is going to resign on Wednesday. We don't know. I want to remind you how accurate Jen has been. And for that matter, Simon has been pretty accurate about a number of things. So everybody hold the faith. Everybody keep praying this thing in and believe that it's going to happen. So no matter what happens on Wednesday or on Friday, you can take to the bank. You can absolutely take to the bank, the vast majority, 80% of Jen's Gentel. You can. It's worked out pretty much in every case. You're at least 80%, Jen, and nobody is perfect. However, we'd like you to be perfect on the really big things. So,
I know.
No pressure.
I know. So would I.
No pressure.
So would I. It's a little, you guys I'm sitting here, and I give something out like that, and it's like the day comes, and you're just like, okay. Like the last, on the 12th of November, remember that? I was just like, oh my God, we got to get out of the house. I can't handle this. And then we got out of the house and didn't hear anything. I'm like,
and then Marine One made an unscheduled landing on the White House, right when you said it was going to happen, right at about 6:00, right when you said it was
awesome.
And
so I don't know how this is going to transpire. I got announcement December 17th, and it was concerning NESARA. So I don't know if somebody else is going to come out there and say, we're doing the reset, And then everybody freaks out because they think it's the bad one. It's really the good one. I don't know if Trump's going to come out and tell us, hey, I'm back and we're doing this. I don't know.
And Friday is the 17th, which is the letter Q. So do not forget that.
Oh, and then remember, recently when I went and I had that, when I saw the checks, that in that meditation, at the time I wasn't aware, wasn't really thinking about when the first fell, what day of the week it was and stuff. And I was talking to him and I said, are we still good on the 17th date? And I keep asking him and he looks at me like, Jen. The good thing he never gets mad at me, but he said yes, and then he said the rollout will begin January 3rd, and I said, well, I thought it'd be the 1st. Why would it be the 3rd? And he says, because the 1st is a holiday weekend. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I had to go look at the calendar. I'm like, is it a weekend? Yeah. And I'm like, the 3rd is a Monday. I wasn't aware of that. Oh yeah, right off the top of my head, and so I'm like, that's right. That's right. So he gave me that so that I would know that I was really there talking to him and he really said these things. So
right. And Phil is going to do a Q&A tonight. I think it's a Q&A live stream. He's going to do his history thing, which is just, he's correct that our history is not what we've been told it is, but what he thinks it is not what it really is. So it's like you're going to have to go through that, and then there will be a Q&A, and I'm told that in the Q&A tonight that he will talk about this. And he did tease on his Telegram. Why don't we just show the people as long as we're here? He did tease on his Telegram about tonight. He teased... Yeah, it's not an accident when you point to yourself and say, I'm coming. This is supposedly something Trump did. Hold on, I'm coming. He's going to have a new announcements channel, but he said, please join the Telegram channel. Where is it? He said, I'm going to have some big intel tonight. What did he say? Where did he say?
It's probably one of the one-liners there. What's that? Right there.
No. Live tonight. Oh, and yes, I will have some major intel to drop tonight. And so that's what I think that's going to be. Let's make a prediction. Let's make a prediction that Phil's intel is going to be that the people you see being carted around in Washington, D.C. are being sent to trials. Also, this is interesting. There's a McDonald's, in one of the main streets downtown. It's closed. And he's basically these guys are saying it's never going to open again. And looks like DC is being shut down to me, and I would have to concur with that. So I would have to concur with that opinion based on some of the videos that are out there.
What keeps sticking out to me when I watch Nancy Drew is the monument, the Washington Monument. Now, what's the deal with that? What's the point of that? And what does it represent?
It's a Masonic phallic symbol. It's an Egyptian penis, basically.
Right.
60-degree angle and all that stuff.
Why is it there? Why is it there?
The whole city is designed by the Freemasons. If you look at the design of the city, and while you're talking about something, I will go try to look for a diagram of this. It's laid out like the square and compass, the Freemasonic square and compass, like that. The streets are laid out like that. L'Enfant Plaza, all that stuff. The architect of DC was a Freemason, so it's laid out under Masonic accords. Remember, George Washington was a Freemason. On his grave, it says George Washington, Freemason and first president. So it tells you which priority he had, right? So it's all part of the Masonic symbolism, which all stretches back to ancient Egypt and the ancient gods Isis, Osiris, Horus, and Seth, who they worship. Not Seth so much, because he's supposed to be the bad guy. And so it's basically a big, giant phallic symbol to Osiris, sort of thing, or Isis. I think it represents. See, in the legend, Osiris. And by the way, if you watch the movie Dune, either any of the movie Dunes, it's just a story of Isis and Osiris, which is that Osiris was the good god of Egypt. Seth was his jealous brother. His jealous brother tricked him and murdered him and dismembered him. And Isis, his sister and his wife, found all the pieces of his body and put them back together except for his phallus, his penis. And she made a magic penis and had sex with him. And then she gave birth to Horus, who then came back and avenged his father's death against Seth. That's the story of Dune. That's the story. It repeats itself in many, many different stories that have been told over the years. So the Washington Monument represents that.
I just saw it fall down.
Magic penis. Oh, you saw it fall down. Oh, wow.
Break.
Like, does it tip
break
over?
Off like 15 feet, 10 feet up, and fall down.
So it's going to get a little.
So I don't know if that actually happens or if they just remove it.
A little explosive Peyronie's
I've been focused on it lately.
It is a occultic symbol, and its purpose is occult. So to remove it or blow it up in the new world we're going to create would be fun. Should happen. There's a lot of occult. There's a great book called The Secret Architecture of Our Nation's Capital. It's about that thick. It's huge, and I would recommend you pick it up if you want to learn more about this kind of stuff. Okay. So, including the location on a very special hill of the Masonic Temple in D.C. The southern jurisdiction of the United States, which is where all the guys who went to the moon for NASA were brought into the Freemasons in that particular temple, and where they have the Masonic ceremonial apron that Buzz Aldrin took with him to the moon on Apollo 11. So, do you know why Buzz Aldrin was the second man to walk on the moon and not the first man to walk on the moon?
Tell me why.
Because they only had one camera, and Neil Armstrong had to go out first so he could record the first Freemason to walk on the surface of the moon, who was Buzz Aldrin, 32nd degree Scottish Rite, who was made 33rd degree afterwards, and he performed a Masonic ceremony to Osiris when the stars were in proper alignment above the landing site about an hour before they went out for their first moonwalk. So Apollo 11 is a Masonic temple, just out of curiosity. And once again, this is just the result of Las Vegas, alcohol, a limousine, and a stripper. It's got nothing to, I am not a Freemason. Once again.
All your stories end like that, and a stripper.
And a stripper.
And there was a stripper.
So then I met President Trump, and we had a great conversation, and then there was a stripper. No, right. Not going down in that way.
But I met this stripper.
So okay, and a stripper. She knows who she is. I had a great time. That was a wonderful night. I'll never forget it. Although I do not really remember getting the tattoo. All right. I don't. Other than that, in the news, there's everything is like waiting. I mean, I checked in on the currency aspect of this, the currency aspect of Nasara, which is the balancing of all the world's currencies. And let me ask you this, as long as I've got you here for a little gentle. Everything is in place, and everyone is waiting. And I wanted to just check with you. The rumor is that there's like the whales have to go first. The people with a lot of currency to exchange are going to go first. And they're all positioned, I guess, in Reno, Nevada, which is, I think, where the new treasury is going to be, and Zurich, and even Miami. I hear that these people are all in place, and I just want to know, is everything just like right on the brink? It's like all they have to do is finish the last chess move, tip over the king, and we're done. So I just want to ask, is this currency reset, are these people really headed to these places to do their exchanges? Are we really that close to the reset? Maybe I didn't ask that correctly.
I have to re-ask. So
let's ask this: Could the currency reset happen this week? Could it happen this week? Are they close enough and prepared enough to execute it this week?
It's done.
Actually, believe it or not, on his Q&A the other night, that's what Phil said.
Shut up.
It's done. Yeah, he said it's
this
actually.
This is why I listen to Phil people. You always say, well, I don't believe in his flattered. And I'm like, dude's got some context, okay?
Yeah. I just listened to it last night. Yeah, I just listened to his previous, I think it was Friday or Saturday he did his Q&A.
It's been signed.
Public.
It's done. It's done.
Yay.
We're just waiting on the announcement. So.
On the announcement. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Since there's not a lot of stuff in the news, we're going to let you dictate the news. So we're going to move over. Jen, we didn't really do Free Reading Friday. So if you have a personal reading, that's great. Come on in, ask a personal question. Make sure we know your... Huh?
I do have some good news.
Oh,
One
you
of
do
our
have some...
lovely listeners, Jeff Price, purchased some gift cards. And he purchased one for me to give away to one of you lucky listeners.
Oh. Okay.
And so I have that, and we're going to do a giveaway today. Let's see how we should do it. I'm going to let Mike...
Oh, yeah, of course. Dump it on me. All right. I don't know.
It's a 30-minute reading.
If I do it, it's gonna go to the cutest girl in chat. Just because she's gonna ask the best question. I'm gonna go, oh, she has to win. So it's not fair for me to do that. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to do this. I am going to set my clock, my alarm, to a random amount of time. Okay? And when that timer goes off, and you should be able to hear it, the next question or chat person up in chat is going to get the free card. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Okay, so I'm going to set it for a certain...
So the one that, when the buzzer goes off, the one that shows up at the top of the screen...
When the buzzer goes off, the next chat thing at the top of the screen, and I'm not going to have it up there. I'm going to... Well, I better have it up. Yeah, I'll put it up again. Well, if I put it up again when we get closer.
And you all can thank Mr. Price for doing that.
All right. So I have started the timer. And when it goes off, the next person who asks the question will get the free reading with Jen.
Free stuff.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so before we get started, I just want to quickly remind everybody that you can go to mikebara.blogspot.com at all times to pick up the live stream, to pick up what's going on. Here is mikebara.blogspot.com. Is it playing or is it just... Yeah, it's live. We are live, I think. No? Maybe something's messed up on Rumble. I had a problem with Rumble this morning.
It started to play.
It started. Yeah, that's just the placeholder video. I don't know if that's the full video live stream. So I promise you, however, when we get done, that it's just playing that. So we have a problem with Rumble. I will try to get that fixed, and I will get the video up right away after the show is done. So in the meantime, what's going on over at jenniferfallah.com?
We have gift cards for sale over at jenniferfallah.com, and the 30-minute gift card is the easiest way to send a gift, also the healing. But you can send it as a picture to anyone you like all over the world, and they take it from there, and they email me to schedule. This gift card is $20 off the regular price. And just below that, we have a healing and a cleanse gift card, so if you know somebody who's had a vaccine or... is ill or needs a healing, this is really good. And that is 2 services for the price of 1. You can get those now, and I'm usually pretty quick at getting the gift cards out to you within a few hours. So go to jenniferfallah.com, purchase your gift cards. I don't know how to get it to where you can have, with this kind of button, to have multiple purchases. So it's actually better if you purchase them one at a time, because then I keep the notes and the receipt and all that and keep track of it. And each gift card has a special number. So we will keep track. I will keep track of the numbers. There's also a love button there if anybody wants to send some love. Our classes, our psychic development classes, are still available. They are recorded. You can listen. You can purchase them now. Listen to them as many times as you'd like. We also have... Excuse me?
Those are also an excellent Christmas gift.
They are a good Christmas gift. I don't really have gift cards for that, but I could basically make you a gift card. Any kind of gift card you want. If you have some kind of special request, Like if you want to get somebody a healing, a cleanse, and a house cleanse, or if you wanted to get somebody an hour reading or a past life reading or something like that. Just email me. You can go to jenniferfallah.com and go to the very bottom of the page. There's an email form. And the person who wins the contest today will have to do this. You go there, email me, say, I'm the winner from the contest. we're going to have your names. Be sure to include your screen name here. And, well, crap, anybody could do that. Well,
it's true.
Don't lie. All right. I better only get one. If I get more than one, everybody's out. All right. We'll have to do it again.
All right. Sounds good.
So.
Okay. And also like to remind everybody, if you would like to send me some love, I can take that at paypal.me/Mike Barra or Venmo at Mike-Barra. Thank you all for the computer funding. I have selected and have on its way for delivery a new computer. It should be about a week before I get it. Yay. I really appreciate that very much, everybody. And any other love you want to send, it's Christmas time. I need it for Christmas presents. I have to buy Dave something good. And my kitties. So do that. Send it to PayPal. Well, I still got PayPal. Dr. Brooks just got his PayPal taken down, so it sucks. It sucks. So, but hopefully we will be out of this soon. All right, let's go to the top of the chat here, and I like the title, Lord Commander Barra. Yeah, I have to say I like that also. Jen is always so beautiful, Paladin Aurora says.
Thank you.
Nice. Very nice. Stephen Leister says, just heard the Insurrection Act was signed yesterday. Biden is out of the White House. Jen,
where'd you hear that?
Well, we don't know, but do you get a hit on it?
That's not true. That's not quite true.
Not quite true. Jen is a radiant and beautiful soul.
Well, thank you. That's nice.
Hump Day will not be Trump. By the way, Jen's schedule this week is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The next 2 weeks, she has Friday off.
Right. I got stuff to do. And, this Friday we have plans. We got Brett's Christmas party and stuff, and then we got... I got to prepare for that. Oh, and then the next Friday is Christmas Eve, and Mama's got to cook.
Wow. Capital One is eliminating overdraft fees. Could that have something to do with Nasara?
Yeah. They're actually one of the first. They're one of the first to get hit.
Or something like a clone replacement. Remember, this is not Gentel. This is Simon Parks, and a few other people have said this as well, independent of Simon, that the 15th Biden is out. So
I think that means out.
But it means out. Yeah, it means publicly he's not president anymore.
Right.
They're not even pretending he's president anymore. Will all credit card debt be taken care of or not? My information is yes. Because it's all fraud. Because it's all your money, including the principal and interest, not just the interest like Phil thinks.
I'm too emotionally involved with that question. I keep hearing like, first let's go back to what I originally got. That yes, I originally got that it was true that your home loan and your credit card debt, your bank loans, would be zeroed out because of illegal banking practices. And then Phil came along with his thing, and then I got all confused, and I got all pissed off, and then when I started asking again, I'm hearing like half, and I just have to go with what I originally got.
All right. Victoria says I don't want to do the vax, but the test cost me $45, and I can only afford to pay for that every time before my doctor's appointment. That's why I'm asking Jen for advice. Get some ivermectin. That's one thing. Any advice? Don't worry about it. It's going to go away soon.
Advice on what to do? Not. If you have to go to the doctor, you got to pay for the test. Try to get your insurance to cover it. I mean, tell the doctor, listen, I will test. I don't really think the test is hurting you. I mean, I don't know, but tell your doctor what's going on. Say, hey, I need to come to the doctor. Do you want to make the money or not? Can you either, if they've tested before, can you either waive the fee? It's a swab, so I can get what I need. Just talk to your doctor about it.
Nancy Panzarella says, I'm working on a 2 to 3 month contract job for a federal contractor and was told by the agency who placed me that I have to be vaxxed by January 4th or the contract ends. Will I be let go? Didn't you ask this question on Friday, Nance? Not that you can't ask it again, but I think you told her she wasn't going to be let go.
Let's see. No, you're not going to be let go. January 4th, no.
Okay, Barry Richard, my Brooks Agnew. What, honey? What?
Oh, I just said there's a whole lot happening before January 4th.
Yeah. My Brooks Agnew reports arrived in the mail today here in Western Pennsylvania, ordered November 3rd, so be patient. Brooks was absolutely awesome with follow-up. Thanks, Brooks. Yeah, Brooks is doing God's work there. So the last Nancy Drew clip with the mariachi band escaping the guarded hotel was baffling. Was it for the party? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Was there a video of them escaping? I don't remember that. So
it might have been fake. That might have been fake, yeah.
Real News Live, you get the news and a history lesson. Yes, you do, Sarah Horn. Taking all the good history down, let's take some of their crap down. Yeah, I'm all for that. Was the Washington Monument built around a tree? I don't know. Just ask God. I don't know. It's possible that there's a tree in there somewhere.
No. Myth.
Dr. Tuggy Waffles. Did somebody say magic penis? I'm here. Yes, they did, Tug. Yes, they did, Tugs, and I knew you would be right in there. The last step will be buy dumb out. That will actually be the end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. Nancy, again, will me and my boyfriend Tom work things out or break up? Ooh, I don't know. It's personal.
We should really talk about that in private.
Didn't the penis shatter into 14 pieces and get eaten by the fishes? And that's what no, the body was chopped into 14 pieces and the penis was eaten by a fish. And that's what but that is connected to why Peto Podesta has the 14 written on his poems in that freakish picture. Yes.
Does anybody think maybe that sounds like a story somebody made up around a campfire?
Yeah.
Possibly a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, like 10,000 years ago. So Connie loves giveaways. Excellent. Maybe you'll win it, Connie. We don't know. We will know soon enough. KM says, I'm in a hot tub, Mike. Pick me. I'm a Libra. Well, first of all, I don't even know if you're a girl or a guy, so I'm not picking you. I know. And send some pictures. Send some bikini shots. We'll see. Okay. Dave K says, hang on, looking for a new image for my name. I think the Dave part is going to give it away that you're a dude. So, Marsha Karr says, Jennifer, you said on prior shows that people on Social Security, their payment would go up to $3,400 a month. I don't know if that's true. When will that happen? It's impossible to live on $1,200 a month.
What I said is I had a reading with an individual and quite a few individuals where their amounts tripled. And this one individual, I got the number $3,400 a month. So depending on what your, I think it's going to vary by the person, but depending on, excuse me, what you get now. If you get $1,000 a month, probably $3,000 a month. But what I saw was the payment going way up.
What was the name of that book? It was The Secret Architecture of Our Nation's Capital by David somebody. But yeah, you can look it up. Hi, Jennifer. Can you tell or ask if Dan Crenshaw is a rhino? Well, he's demonstrated he's a rhino. So Dan Crenshaw, the guy with the patch, pirate.
Yeah, I had hopes for him, but Yeah, he's a rhino.
You have to understand, there's a lot of people who think that the politics that we've been playing for the last 50 or 100 years is real. And those people, Dan Crenshaw is one of those people. He has no clue what's really going on politically on this planet. Will Zuckerberg step down and or go down soon?
I don't know if I want to say what I just heard. What is he head of?
Facebook. Zuckerberg.
I heard he's not alive.
Timothy Hanlon, when will my professional prosperity career ignite?
That depends on what you think igniting is. So that's something we'd have to talk about in a private reading. That's not something I can do really quick here. When you ask something like, when will I be rich? Well, what's your idea of rich? So it's kind of hard to ask the question.
Yeah. My idea of rich is I can buy Star Trek and make Star Trek movies the way they should be made. That's my idea.
My idea of rich is going to the grocery store and not having. I used to have to count every dollar I put in the cart, and then I'd have to step back on the way to the register. I feel like I'm rich now because I just go throw it in the cart and go to the checkout. But oh my god, it's like
when I was making great money at in engineering consulting in LA when I first got there, I'd go to the store and it's like, price of anything didn't faze me. Oh, $150 for a vacuum? Okay, I want that vacuum. I just would do it. It feels good. That's not rich, but it feels pretty good. What will silver reach next year? Let's see if we can find a price for silver at its peak in 2022. Any chance we can get that number out of you, Jen?
All right, when will it peak? Big rise in February. Big rise in February.
Big rise in February. Okay.
It's hard to give you a peak. What I see is after we get the initial rise that it just kind of goes like this. So, I mean, not like this, but it
goes kind of to a certain plateau and then it fluctuates around that.
So maybe the answer would be February. What I'm getting as initial rise would be $700-800.
Okay.
Do not buy silver because I said that.
Yes.
I do not give financial advice.
Jen, can you tell why Ziva, that's her dog, Rosemary's dog, isn't producing milk for these puppies? She's having a problem.
She's not getting enough of something. It's going to take me longer than a couple seconds. Look into why a dog would not produce. She's not getting enough nutrition to produce that milk. So whatever helps a dog produce milk.
Fatten her up, feed her more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppies are just drained her.
Okay, Alice Rivers. People selling med beds for your home that are portable. Is that real? Well, the quantum energy wellness bed is a real thing. It's a real therapy. It's not a med bed, but it's a real therapy. That's the one that's out there. That's like $37,000 though. So, all right. Okay.
Stop it, Leslie.
What?
Oh, Leslie. She's so funny. She's like, must buy silver before February.
Oh, the alarm went off. It's 17 minutes. Who's
Angie Lincoln. Lincoln Dassner.
That was already up there. Does she count, Angie? I guess she counts. We're going to give it to Erica. We're going to give it to Angie. Ooh, now we have a debate. I did say the next
one. So that's Erica Tomat.
Erica. Okay, so Erica, who just got here, you win. What does she win? You
win a 30-minute gift card reading with me.
All right, Erica Tomat. So contact Jen on jenniferfala.com. Go in and send her. Whoops, no, don't go there. Go in and send her an email if you don't have her email already.
If that is not your real name, give me your screen name so I know it's you.
No, that's a real name. And send her a message.
And we'll schedule it.
Right. We're good. I just realized I gave everybody in the whole world my private email. That's okay. Congratulations, Erica. You won. Yeah, it was going to be the next person. We did set it up so the next person, because unfortunately,
we'll do that more often. That was fun. I'll do that. I'll give away stuff more often.
I can turn the chat overlay off now.
So you guys are going to want to catch the live show.
It was Angie. Angie came so close, but she was just about 5 seconds early. Jennifer, my son has COVID. He's been sick for 8 days. He doesn't want to go to the hospital, and neither do I. Will he get better soon? Get him some ivermectin from Dr. Brooks Agnew.
I don't know his name. I'm just trying to tune in Angie.
Put his name in lower down below.
He'll be fine.
So, he'll be fine.
Load him up on antioxidants. That's what they're saying.
I have ordered my new computer. It will not be here for a week or so, but I should get it before Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. So, what does Gabriel say about what Nancy Drew was witnessing Sunday at the White House? Big party with high security. Apparently there was some sort of party there with a lot of security at the White House. Do we have any idea what that was? Was that a Biden party or a Trump party, perhaps?
That was for people who give money.
To whom?
To a campaign? I don't know. Those investors or something. So it's people who have given money.
But good guys or bad guys?
Is that a good guy party? Good guy party.
Good guy party. Marianella Santora says, my daughter got pneumonia from wearing the mask for 16 hours a day. It's terrible. We need to get rid of the stupid mask. Yeah, we need to know what state or country you're in before Jen can give you an idea when masks are going to go away there. So come back again and give us your state or country, and I'll try to get it up there.
For you personally, it's going to be February. Sorry.
Again, the secret architecture of the United States, secret architecture of Washington, D.C., or secret architecture of the United States Capitol. I forget which. I think the author was Dave or David somebody. So. Oh, my daughter was a twin and I lost one. She would want a reading about that. I would give it to her. Well, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. I sunk your battleship. I'm sorry. David Murtos. Again, Jen is not the Q person. We should bring Jenny Constantine back on for that. But will Dogecoin come back in value? Any hint on that? Don't know.
No, it's not a good. It's not
a good investment. Yeah,
it's not looking good.
Curry Quinn wants to know, Jen, what do I need to change in my life so I can get my energy and strength back?
You are vitamin D deficient, so it may do you some good to go and get a blood test and see where your levels are at for everything. But I feel like this is a vitamin deficiency.
How's my vitamin D level, by the way?
You're fine on vitamin D. She says you take a lot of it.
Okay. When will silver begin an increase in price? February? Asked and answered.
February seems like a good month for a lot of things.
A lot of stuff. Well, it's the end of the Mickey Mouse Q clock, too. Remember, 10 and 2, October to February is when everything's going to happen.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Jen, well, see, that's why you have me. I remember that.
I know.
Kind of stuff. Jen glows. They think you glow, Jen. You do glow. You glow.
Could be this window in front of me, but.
Okay. Karen Kauf wants to know, is there any white hat affiliation to Ancient Aliens for ET disclosure to the masses? Good question, since I was on Ancient Aliens.
I don't really think there's an actual white hat affiliation. No. It was a show. It was about getting ratings and stuff like that. I do think that a lot of people that were on the show, are, yes, we know you were. have a lot to do with that, but not necessarily producers of the show. We talked about the History Channel.
Jen, this is Lori. I turned 65 in January. Will I be able to retire? Well, if the Nasara thing is real, yes, but that's what we're waiting on.
Yeah, there's like, but there's still going to be like a few months, like, period of time where where you set everything up. There's some kind of waiting period before you're actually like receiving checks. Is that typical for retirement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Karen asked, my children visit their dad, I believe thinks with his alcoholic girlfriend, maybe getting violent. Are my kids physically safe? That's a heavy question.
That's definitely something we need to really focus in on. I couldn't just answer off the cuff like this. So that would be a private reading.
Go get one of those readings, cheap readings on the site.
$20 off gift card.
Are the Kardashians actual witches? I had an epiphany.
Oh my God, I don't know. They weren't born in, they were initiated.
Started taking ivermectin Saturday. My sinuses are really opened up. Maybe I needed to take another run of ivermectin to help with this problem in my head, my sinuses and stuff. Jen, good advice, bad advice? Won't make a difference.
I don't know. It might help other things, but ivermectin I think really works on viruses.
Yeah.
And I think what you've got going on might be a continuation of your sinus infection.
Yeah.
So what you need is stronger, different kinds of antibiotics.
Liberty Justice wants to know, will Boris Johnson be removed publicly?
I think they gave him like an option to step down, but it's not right away.
I'm starting from the beginning. Just wanted to say hey to you guys. Saturday Night Live got me fired up, Mike. I'm ready for justice and for everyone to see it. Much love to you too. Either way, Timothy Hamlin is signing up for a reading. All right.
Okay.
Should be coming, Slacker wannabe. Should be coming. And check with Dr. Brooks. Go to his website. Send him a message. He can track it for you. He can tell you where it's at. Kathy, I'm going to say this again. I'm going to keep reinforcing this. There are charts on the internet, weight charts for human usage. It's based on your weight. Okay. I weighed 212 pounds. So for me, it was 20 milligrams. So I took 2 12-milligram pills a day, slightly overdosed, but not that much. If you weigh, it just depends on how many milligrams per your weight chart. And so you have to be honest about your weight. And that's what you should do.
So for like if Brett was like 200 pounds, then he would take like a pill and a half?
Yeah. We're not going to tell him that, though. He needs to look up.
Oh, we're not saying that.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean,
hypothetically.
I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it. What you talking about, Brett?
Yeah, I want to, if I should ever happen to get my hands on some of that.
Yeah, by some accident.
And I would want to give it to somebody in an emergency situation. I would like to know how much
it should be based on their body weight. Yeah, it should be based on their body weight. For some people, it's the pills are 12-milligram pills, so they can be cut in half and be 6 milligrams. So if it's 18 milligrams a day, you can take a pill and a half a day. Okay, it's based on your weight. You don't want to really go over that. And yeah, you do want to look up drug interactions, but there are actually no known real drug interactions with ivermectin. So as far as I know, it's been out for decades and decades. I am Blessed 44 wants to know if March 1st will be her retirement day.
No.
Will we see flying cars? I suppose, like Blade Runner. Probably. Yeah.
So what do you mean, like eventually, someday? Yes, someday we will.
Lisa Western, Jen, will I be able to help my son Jason get a new car next year? Good question.
Yeah. You and somebody else is going to pitch in, and he's going to have, so it's a combined effort.
Heard McDonald's is getting holiday plates, finger food. That's really sick. Yes, Angie, everyone's New Year's Eve party should be a blast. Diana Layton, Jen, will my son Austin ever get his become financially responsible? Hopefully, someday.
Not for a while, Diana. He's running wild. I don't know what to tell you.
Debbie Judy says, is my dog getting sick from eating someone's roach at the park? The vet says yes, it's happened twice now. I don't know. Is that what's making him sick?
You mean like someone's the end of their joint?
The end of their joint, yeah.
No. Well,
that is a movie, Victoria, that I need to avoid. Clash of the Titans with penis eating. Anything with penis eating in it, I'm not watching. It's too close to home. Connie Joy wants to know, when will my daughter change jobs and will it be a good switch for her? That's 2 questions, Connie.
It's 4 months out.
Will it be a good change for her?
She'll be happy with it.
Mike, what books do you recommend on real history? Everything Mike Barra has ever written would be a good place to start. And, there's lots of other books, but they're very speculative. So, I don't know. I mean, David Childress is always writing books, but they're super speculative, so I don't know.
Tuggy.
David Oveson, I believe that is correct. Yes, David Oveson. Should I just look this up while we're sitting here? I mean, should I just do it?
You better do it or they're going to keep asking.
Secret architecture. Can I spell that correct? Apparently I didn't spell it correct. How can that not be the right way to spell architecture? A-R-C. Secret Architecture of Our Nation's Capital by David Oveson. Here, let me do a screen share on that one. There it is. There's the cover. Secret Architecture of Our Nation's Capital, David Oveson. I knew it was David something. Hey, it's cheap too. It's a huge book.
$5.49.
$5.49, really thick. These are also some other great books. The Hiram Key is an excellent book. The Serious Mystery is an excellent book. I've read that one back when I cared about things like that. Anything by Mike Barra. The Secrets of Masonic Washington is probably just a ripoff of Oveson's book. So those are all good books that you could watch. You could read and get some information out of. Any truth to the rumor that McDonald's has human meat in its burgers?
God, I don't want to believe that, man. I don't think so. And common sense, okay? We went through a big deal a while back about the contents of McDonald's food. Just, common sense here. Everybody and their mother in the fast food industry wants to take out McDonald's. Okay.
Yeah.
If there was, and I'm sure they're stealing their food and they're testing it and they're doing all kinds of stuff to take them down. Some freak comes out who's clearly insane and they start talking about, we're putting it in your food whether you like it or not. Okay. So another thing, way to scare everyone, right?
Yeah.
Way to tell us, we're controlling you whether you know it or not. So I don't want to believe that it's in the food, okay? But Trump knows a lot about this, and what's one of the first things that he did? He started rescuing kids from the tunnels. He started taking them all down and their evil ways, right? He used to have McDonald's for lunch every day and probably still does. And so I'm going to say no.
And if you remember, he had a big party for the Clemson National Championship college football team at the White House where he bought all this fast food. And it had Kentucky Fried Chicken, it had McDonald's, it had Wendy's. I do not believe it had any Burger King. And Burger King has their Impossible Whopper factory basically across the street from an abortion clinic. So
Oh
you
my
put all that
God.
together. You put all that together and think maybe
Stop
it's not
it.
that.
Oh my God. Well, we really don't know, but
Well, just don't eat those.
I
fake
thought about it a
foods.
lot
Don't eat
because I
fake
took
foods.
the kids there a lot when they were little. Oh my God, I've seen my babies, you know. But, so I don't want to believe it's true, but then I thought about it, common sense, you know, the president is sitting there, you know, we've seen him have McDonald's so much, and then he fed it to other people. If he knew that there was human meat in there.
I don't think he'd be eating it. Yeah.
No.
They said Social Security, SSI, and
Soylent
SSD
Green, yeah.
will get to $5,000 a month. That's the rumor I've heard as well, but I don't know it to be a fact. So yeah, everything's going to go to like $5,000 a month. So, you know, which is something you can survive on. Nancy Burks, thank you. We appreciate you too.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. I just saw that the actual amount for this person and other people that I read for had tripled.
Sandra Keaton, will my son Tommy Bates be released from incarceration and come home in January? Thank you.
It might be a little late for some reason.
Silver right now is $22.50 an ounce. Yeah, well, it's going to go up to the hundreds, if not the thousands, and it could go even higher than that. So in February, it's going to go up. That's what we think. So that is the one right there. Hi guys, that got Erica the free reading.
Yay! So email me at jenniferfalaw.com and we will schedule it.
Susie Q22, Jen, can my neck problem be fixed without surgery?
I gotta look at it. Let me just ask Jesus. Hang on. Is that her name?
No, her name is something else.
It's probably not even her picture either. Okay, so whoever's asking.
It's probably Dean.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm not really sure there's an actual neck problem.
Read Healing Back Pain by Dr. John Sarno before you have surgery. Will MedBeds be available in mobile trucks? Well, not right away. I think they're going to be at healing centers at first, but
that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
MedBed at the Walmart. Pull up and
yeah,
that's awesome.
Food truck MedBed. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this awful dizziness thing going on in my head. Can you just run me through the MedBed real quick? Jennifer, I'm sorry you just missed out. So. Poor girl is eating 12 cups of food per day. That's a lot. Try getting her better food.
Right. What I'm saying is actually the suggestion was to put milk in her. So she needs whatever it is that helps dogs lactate. So if she needs a certain kind of fat, maybe, the food may not have what she needs in it. And if a dog is eating that much food a day, they're not getting enough of what they need. I mean, if they're just constantly eating,
yeah, then the food's not... This happened with Barkley, where Barkley inexplicably started losing weight. You could feel his ribs through his... it went from 24 pounds to 19 pounds. And so we completely switched out his food to a more meat-based, high quality Blue Buffalo food, and he started to put his weight back on. He just couldn't absorb whatever we were feeding him. So
I know when I was growing up, and not every people didn't always just to fix their pets back then, and so we'd have 2 litters of puppies from each female, one from each female every year. And when they would feed the puppies, my mom would give the dog like raw eggs, and she would also give the dog milk. And so never had a problem. But
yeah.
And people are so weird nowadays. Oh, you can't give the dog anything if it's not in like kibble form. Yes, you can. Just give the dog some meat. They need meat. They're carnivores.
Kitties need meat especially. They're carnivores. Mr. Price gifted Erica a 30-minute free reading.
And it was completely his idea. He said, hey, he purchased a few, and he said, I'd like to donate this one to the people of the show, and you could give it away for free. Me too, Erica.
Is Tesla technology out there ready to go? I saw a flatbed trailer a couple weeks ago on a highway with what looked like 10 Tesla coils.
Really?
I don't know.
Where was this?
Good question.
I just saw this huge. It looked like the desert. Okay, and I just saw this huge white square, like tilt-up building, but it looks like it's underground, and those things are in there, like a bunch of them, like working. Nevada. In Nevada.
Brooks source for ivermectin saved me. Thank you for continuing to mention it to your followers. Way to go, old dog. Brooks is doing a lot of good work there. Why was the White House lit purple? That was for the party the other night, I think. Purple is the color of royalty. Was it Return of the King? Something like that? Maybe? I don't know. Any thoughts?
I don't really feel confident about what I got about that being a good guy party. I just don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident for some reason about that. They did have people there who were giving money, though, or have given money. It was like a fundraising kind of deal.
Yeah. I didn't have ivermectin, so I used MMS. Yeah, I've got MMS. I didn't find it that effective. Maybe I'm not taking enough, but I've stopped taking that for now. So, David Murtos, I'm 55 now. If NESARA kicks in, will I be able to retire? Everybody, Phil, who disagrees about NESARA, and other sources I have say that, yeah, 55 will be the new retirement age.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got that straight from the Angels. 55.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Well, a while
so
ago.
we have it from 3 different sources.
Yeah.
Lavender and purple. Well, okay.
Well, if Gabriel told me that 55 was the new retirement age a long time ago, and Gabriel told me that the credit card debt would be gone, and Gabriel told me that the house payment would be zeroed out.
Yeah. Hey, my FICO score just went up. Gee, thanks for telling me that. Like, I even care. So, I don't know how it could go up since I'm spending more. Maybe because I'm spending more money on credit lately. It's.
Oh, mine is down now because I got more on credit. The more you put on there.
Yeah, Erica says, thank you, Mike and Jen and Mr. Price. Oh, I'm so happy. I'll be emailing you, Jen. Don't forget to send Mr. Price a thank you too, Erica, if you know what I mean. Just teasing her. Jen, firmament in the Bible. What does Gabriel say? Yeah,
it means dirt. Earth. Dirt.
Phil thinks it means the air above the earth is the firmament. Firmament is, I don't know. Well, there is something about it.
What does it mean? What does firmament mean in the Bible? It's a translation from another language. The word was chosen, but at the time, they were referring to earth. Like dirt, ground.
So have you got Gabriel on the line there right now?
He's always with me.
Can I ask him a question?
Yes.
Okay. Was there...
No, he said no questions for you. All right. Next. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, that was all in good fun. Gabriel, don't get mad at me. Was there a water vapor canopy around the earth in ancient times? And is that why people in the Bible lived to be almost 1,000 years old? Did it protect them from the sun's harmful rays? Did it get shattered somehow? So was there a water vapor canopy around the earth in ancient times? Let's ask that. What they call a water vapor canopy.
There was more water in the atmosphere in ancient times. I don't think that's why they lived to be thousands of years old. Why did they live? That's a long answer.
Long answer. So that's a meditation, full meditation.
Yeah, that's like a whole show. But basically, it wasn't so much that they got more complete nutrition or anything like that. The basic thing is that they were not as disconnected from the creator as people are now. And you really don't have to eat very much to live, and you can basically heal yourself.
Awesome. Philip Blaylock. Hi, Mike and Jen. My name is Philip. Been following you, Mike, since my Ancient Aliens days. Jen, any good vibes or good times coming for Philip? 2022?
What do you think for Philip? You'll be very happy in about a month or so. Has something to do with coins.
Coins?
I see coins.
Silver coins, maybe. Flying Nun. I was standing under the concrete soffit at the house. It fell down. Something pulled my arm and me out of the way. Who was that? It would have killed me.
Angels. That is the next philosophy show, if I can ever get time to do it. It's called Transdimensionalization. And so when an angel, most of the time they're watching you, they're with you, but they're basically standing on a plane that's just next to you, but they're observing you.
Sideways.
Yeah. So what they will do, transdimensionalization is a term that Michael gave me years ago in meditation. And that is where you dematerialize from one plane, end up in this plane, solid as a rock, so that you can move things around, quickly do something, like save somebody's life, blah, 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 dematerialize, go back. And when he originally gave me this term, he was talking about, I had read some things and some accounts of people having items from loved ones who had passed away, like, can you take an item from heaven and have it come here? Like, you walk in and there's something, And so he was trying to teach me that's called transdimensionalization. I have actually experienced that in my life where I almost died. I was on awesome story I'll tell you on the show. Basically, they dematerialized me and the whole damn car. And I ended up parked on the side of the road.
You told me that story, yeah. I think you might have told it on the air.
So what they'll do, whether it's a loved one, whether it's an angel, in this case, it was your guardian angel. People usually have several. This one is in charge of your safety. And so what they did is they came over.
Barkley's barking.
Okay, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, do you know what? I don't talk if I want to talk.
Barkley's barking.
They come over here really quick, full solid, even if it's just an arm, pull you out of the way. Or hold that roof up in that car accident so you don't get crushed. And then they're gone. And there's more accounts and evidence out there to support it than not, if you look. Because there's thousands of accounts of people seeing somebody, oh my God, there was a person there and they pulled me out of the car and then they were gone. Angels.
Interesting. Fascinating stuff. Really cool. So, yeah, and it's weird. They're not going to intervene at all times for you, but sometimes they can when it's.
If it is not written in your path to die on that day from that, and something happens that's out of the script, you'll be saved. And I've known plenty of person who says, I don't know how I'm alive right now. I've totally been saved, fell out of that tree, got in that car accident, whatever, and I didn't die. And it's like, well, it wasn't time for you to die.
No, I do not. The people at Prometheus are getting fat, dumb, and happy off of Ancient Aliens. Nobody does. Nobody gets royalties from Ancient Aliens. And not everybody gets paid either for speaking. I do, however. But Tammy, will my boss ever give me a raise? Tammy wants to know, Jen, will my boss ever give me a raise?
If you keep asking. You have to hound him.
Okay. Jen, you are radiant.
Thank you.
Jen, when do you see the coming out with the decertification of California? And that is one of the last two markers we are waiting on. Is that one of the last two markers we are waiting on? Well, that would be huge. Any hint on when California might be exposed as fraudulent and decertified.
It's not necessary for where we're going, but it will happen shortly after the transition to justify it. Or the military might take over, and then because of problems, and then they come out with that and say, well, this is why. And then they say, well, he's actually the real president. Here we go. So I don't know how much we're going to see of that. I don't know how they're going to spin that, but I do believe it happens.
Old dog, will I move to Salt Lake City in 2022?
No. 3 or 4. For some reason, you stay put for a while.
Okay. Wow, Tuggy, I just never see a good enough question for me to actually ask, Tugs. It just doesn't work that way.
He's the comic relief.
So, Lisa would like to thank you for the information about her younger son. Frankie Brown says no credit card debt would be a dream come true. Yep, it would. It would. I think, you want what you want ideally is a financial system where you don't have to borrow money. The only thing you might have to borrow money from in the future is for a house or a car. When will Shiba Inu take off? I don't know, but I hope it does because I got quite a bit of it. Any hit on it? If you get a hit, great. If you don't, you don't. You're not a crypto girl.
I'm not a financial advisor, so everything I say on here, everybody holds me to, and then comes back and
don't say.
Pitchforks and stuff later.
Sarah Horn started the Die Hard movie series with our son. Watch 1 and 2 so far, and he is hooked. Let me just tell you, it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls from the 32nd floor of Nakatomi Plaza. It just isn't. It isn't.
I gotta start making cookies. I am so behind this year.
I know. I'm thinking about baking cookies this year too. We have this sweetheart cookie, Christmas cookies. I think I'm gonna do it. I haven't done it in years. They're just the most incredible. They're like these oatmeal cookies with vanilla frosting on them, shaped like Christmas trees and Santa Clauses and Frosties, and they're different colors like red and green and white, and you put sprinkles on. Oh my God, and then you put them in the freezer for like a week and take them out. Oh my God. They're the best. They're the best cookies ever. I will make some and maybe send you some.
I should send you guys some of my cookies, but I didn't think that you guys would want the cookies because of what you eat and stuff.
I was 105 today on my blood sugar, so
okay.
I'm
if
ready
I send you cookies,
and
just be good and don't eat them all.
And my tummy is feeling better after this weekend experience, which was bad. So
I do it every year. It's tradition. All the women in the family used to get together and do it. But now, the kids are young adults and busy, and
Candy wants to know.
Tie them up and make them do it.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Jen. Will I be happy with the new job I'm starting on Monday, or should I continue searching? Good question. Will she be happy with her new job, or should she keep looking?
You'll be happy.
You'll be happy. Good. That's good.
He says, settle in, be present, and stop thinking about where the grass is greener. Really give it your all. Then decide in a few months if that's for you. But he says right now, take the job and stay there for a little bit.
I make scrambled eggs for my dog, says Frankie Brown. Yep. I have right side abdominal pain. Any idea what it is? A, go to a doctor. B, that's a deep medical reading, so can't do that. I don't think.
I'd have to look. So I would need a picture, probably have to do a medical reading. I don't want to just, if you're in pain, I don't want to just like, oh, it's this, I'd really have to look. I mean, don't, if you're getting a reading, okay, all right, listen. Just so everybody knows, do not send me pictures of your owies. Please wear clothing. It's happened way too many times. Okay, I'm not a doctor. The way that I look at you is I talk to Jesus, I close my eyes, and I look inside your body. Okay.
I have this rat down here. Can you take a look?
What's this thing on my, no.
What's this? What's this thing on my penis?
I know.
Aaron Meekin, yeah, I just checked my mail. There's been a lot of penile discussion today.
Yeah.
I just checked my mail and got my ivermectin today. It just took about 3 weeks exactly for me. Yeah, it's fun. Some people get it 3 weeks. Some people get it in 4, 5, 6, but it is coming to everybody.
Yeah.
Do the angels say the F word to Mike? Probably.
No.
Which is correct? A 6,000-year-old explicit biblical interpretation Earth or a 4.5 billion year Earth as taught in school? Which is closer to the truth of the Earth's age? Is it 6,000 years old or 4.5 billion years old?
Billion.
In the billions. She's talking about it pulled me hard, spun around, and I almost fell down. It was a trip. Well, the angels are looking out for you. So God made the firmament that divided the waters from the waters and made dry land. It makes sense that the firmament would be the ground beneath our feet rather than the sky above our heads. But Marianella wants to know, Maria Elena Santora, can you tell me who my angel is? I have an idea, but I want to be sure. Like a name? Is that what you're looking for?
That would be a reading. That's to take more focus than 2 seconds on a show. You have 3, so I don't know which one you're talking about. You have 3.
Suzanne Esch. Hi, Suzanne. I've had Catholic medallions appear for me in the physical. A cross showed up for one of my kids. Wow.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. You told me that. It's awesome.
The firmament in the Hindu Vedas was the cities in the atmosphere that people could see. So was it dirt cities or mother's hips? I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. That's pretty wild. All right. I think that is just about going to wrap it up for today. I'm looking down here. James Foster wants to know, will my wife and I be able to retire in 2022? Last question.
Yes.
And Timothy Hanlon signed up for 11:30 tomorrow. Great.
Yay.
See you then. Okay, Jen, that is going to do it. Any final thoughts? I mean, we're heading into what could be a pretty monumental week. I'm hoping so. We're keeping our eyes on things. Any final thoughts, messages, feelings that you might want to send to anybody?
I don't know. Keep your eyes open. Fingers crossed for Friday. I'm not making any excuses. I'm all in. I really feel good about it. I feel, there's always that little hesitation that creeps in and says, well, it's like, I'm not doing that anymore. You just sit over there. I'm all in. I'm full force running towards the finish line here. And let's wait for it to happen. Let's all just watch it happen.
Yep. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for today. I'll be back tomorrow solo for Toxically Masculine Tuesday, unless something else comes up that I want to do a co-show with somebody. And if not, I'll just be here tomorrow by myself. And then Jen and I will be back on Wednesday and Thursday this week. So you'll get plenty more chances to ask your questions. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. I guess we're going to pay attention to the Phil information tonight. Erica, enjoy your reading with Jen. Come back here and let us know how it goes. Other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.